All right, it's your boy, comedian Edwin-Douglas, and you're on Uheardme Fresh Radio Talk Show. That's right, we're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker. Also, I am streaming, and we're all under the umbrella of robinlynnes-productions. Yes, we have a great episode and a special guest. And before we bring him in, allow me to bring in my DJ sidekick, Uncle Ben. And later on, we will bring in the Robin Lynn maybe at the bottom of the hour. Now, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Dallas, Texas, formerly NFL player of Philadelphia Eagles, and he's a member, the same fraternity that I am in, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Please put your hands together for the one and only Dennis DeVaughn. How you doing, sir? My brother.
Yo, what's up, Fi? How you doing, Edwin?
Doing great, man. And you know, we were supposed to have brought you in earlier, but I guess you didn't look at your calendar and you realized you had to go on a cruise.
Yeah, man. sorry about that.
No, wifey come first, okay?
That's why I try not to schedule anything at all, man, because I need to make sure I'm looking at her schedule.
There you go.
Her schedule is my schedule. So
there you go.
You know, that was my fault.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. I can't never forget you. Let's do this. Tell everyone, just give them a brief bio of Dennis DeVaughn. When you left high school, where did you go right after high school?
Well, after high school, I went to a small college, NAIA, Bishop College, HCBU, and we went on and I was there for about till 1982. I graduated in 1982, man, with a degree in marketing, and was drafted actually April 22nd by the Philadelphia Eagles in the 5th round. So I actually got my degree in May, and I graduated April 22nd from. Wow! I'm sorry. Amazing. Oh man, I kind of messed. I'm sorry.
Amazing on your accomplishment from the NFL, and give us a little details on the greatest experience that you've had in the NFL.
About my draft experience, which, I was originally scheduled to go to the Redskins. I had the Washington Redskins on the phone. And right before they were about to pick me, the Philadelphia Eagles picked me in the 5th round. And I was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. I had an opportunity to talk to Dick Vermeil and Marion Campbell and Fred Bruning at the time was the defensive secondary coach. But known to me later on, Washington Redskins, they won the Super Bowl in 1982. Okay. So I was on the phone with the Redskins, but, didn't win a ring with the Eagles. But, that's how it is. It wasn't meant to be, man. So, but, I enjoyed my experience there, man. I met a lot of guys that I still talk to, even today, like Herman Edwards and Wilbur Montgomery, Roynell Young, some of the guys who played with me and kind of took me under their wing when I was, in the league. But, of course, after I left the league, I went on and kind of pursued I played in the USFL for, a year with the Houston Gamblers, along with Jim Kelly, and Clarence Verdun was my roommate, and that was one of I guess I had the best time in that league, man, because it was kind of free flowing, man. It was fun. It wasn't a lot of pressure on us, man. We were just entertaining fans. We had a great team. Got a chance to meet some great people. But after, after that, I think I was, kind of losing my will to really, train hard, practice and play in the league. And again, once you lose that, man, it's kind of hard to get it back.
Okay.
So in 1986, I joined Pepsi Cola and actually started as a route driver in food service, and under Joe Eaton was one of my teammates in college at Bishop, and that was the only position open. I had a BA in marketing, minor in management, but of course, hey, I had to start on the route truck. So, I started there. I was able to be promoted in about 11 months as a sales manager, and then, wind up being a district manager with Pepsi Cola before I left. After that, I worked for Kraft's Food Service as a territory manager. Then I worked for Welch's Grape Juice as a national marketing manager. I had about 27 states and about a $3 million budget. So being really proud of that, I was the first African-American ever hired at that position. So,
wow.
We were, I was really proud of that, that fact. And I actually showed them that I could do the job. I was, probably over 110% overplaying my first year, 80-something% of playing over my second year. So I really did well. They kind of changed the course of the way they wanted to do business. So after that, I left, and I did a little dib and dabbing in mortgage, and actually found myself in 2009 kind of figuring out what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. I stopped with the sales stuff, and just I wanted to pursue helping kids, but I really thought I was going to kind of work as a football coach. I talked to a few people. Yeah.
So with the college experience, with the NFL on your resume, with the USFL on your resume, that leaves lasted about 4 years.
Yeah, that's totally from 82 to 86. I played professionally.
And a lot of people did not know that, if I'm not mistaken, correct me, the person who owned or created the league was Donald Trump. Is that correct?
Well, no, he didn't actually own the league.
Okay.
He just owned a team. He owned a team in the league, and of course he was, one of the guys who was really trying to force the NFL to merge, with the USFL, or the USFL, to merge with the NFL, and I think at the time, they weren't ready for us, and I thought if we probably played another season, gained more fans, some more experience, it could have been a possibility, but unfortunately, one person wanted to do it a little faster than others, and it just didn't work out. Okay. The NFL is a powerhouse, man. They're they're a multi-billion-dollar industry, and that's just not by accident. That's something that they do. They're really good at it. I think if we had the patience as a league and possibly the leaders to some of these organizations, the top heads of the teams, then I think we would have been able to at least negotiate something.
Gotcha.
But again, that's just something that we never can tell what's going to happen there, in the future. So that's, with the USFL and the NFL, it was just pretty tough.
Okay. Now, after you came back in the workforce as marketing and sales, and finally you had an opportunity, and you saw the opportunity to be self-employed, and that is Athlete for Change. Tell us, how did you come up with that name, and what gave you the vision to go forward with it?
Well, that's a great question. I think, when I looked around, I never thought I'd be working with at-risk kids, kids who are at risk. And I had a buddy of mine that had about 10 foster boys that he, had in his household. And he said, hey, look, I really want to do a residential treatment center. And I'm like, well, what is that? And so what he did was he took me out to Abilene, and I went out to New Horizon. And I had an opportunity to go, in their house and kind of sit down and talk to some of the kids and staff. And, man, after about an hour, man, I said, man, this is what I want to do. And after that particular day, man, I just started the process and trying to get that done. Athletes for Change, it took us about 2.5 years to really open up, after that, because the process was long. It was tedious, a lot of political, a lot of hurdles that were there, man. But, I was just blessed by God that, every hurdle was knocked down, because, again, this is what he intended me, for me to do. And we opened, in 2012, and with Athletes for Change here in the Glen Heights area. We have established now, after 8 years, over 400 kids, that's come through our program. Kids who suffer from abuse and neglect, kids who are out of juvenile. The juvenile system are normally, ordered to our facility by the juvenile courts. So we've been blessed and to open up and being able to help kids on a daily basis.
Wow. Now, you and I met at a special event back in 2016, and I really enjoyed myself being one of the hosts, and I saw great vision for Athletes for Change organization, people coming in and supporting it. Since then, have things grown, have greater ideas came your way and got better?
Well, yeah, for sure. We started with probably only 5 kids. And, I used to work, man, I want to say 16 hours a day, just basically making sure, these kids are taken care of. We didn't have a lot of staff at the time. And it's grown from, having, myself and my nephew and another supervisor, William Dillon, to, I have about 30 staff members now and, over 20 kids that are in care. So we've grown from there, but, and we here in the Dallas area, we're being, more and more sought after as far as putting kids in our program. A lot of people still don't know about us. We don't do a lot of marketing. A lot of word of mouth with our organization has grown us just by word of mouth. So we're making a difference in the industry right now, especially here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Now, last time I spoken with you, I paid a visit on your campus, tried to help a young lady with their son, and I learned a lot with that conversation on how to save, or if a mother or a father trying to save their child when they continue to get in trouble over and over and over. If you don't mind, the way you and your staff go get the kids, just give us a little bit, how can a kid be qualified to be in your program?
Well, we are only contracted with CPS, which is Child Protective Services, and we have about 15 juvenile counties that we are contracted with. So most of our kids are come as under contracts with those organizations. We don't have any, we don't take insurance nor private pay. But, a lot of times parents will call, they will talk to me and talk to me about their kid. And what I'm always willing to do is say, hey, bring your kid in, allow me opportunity to talk to your kid. I'll have some of my kids in the program, kind of talk to your kid, and maybe it'll help. Again, just like this program, it's, we're not really designed to, we're going to change kids' lives, but kids going to have to, change their, make up their mind to change their own lives. What Athletes for Change do, we offer them options to make better decisions. but it's really up to the individual kid. They have to be willing to change, and it's tough. These kids, a lot of these kids suffer from abuse and neglect. Coming through our family dynamic is a little bit different now, where we have come from the single family household. So the dynamics are a little bit different, and probably 95% of my kids that are in the program don't know who their father is. So, with that being said, they've always been, the man of the house, so to speak. So, we have to, in the program when the kids first come, we have to really, try to change that mindset, and that's the hardest. I mean, having guys actually tell you what to do, develop you, mentor you, but through our loving and our, some of the kids they start accepting, the help that they need, and that's the first thing, is acceptance. Once they accept that they need help and they need the help to change their lives, then they work off a little, the anger and some of the resentment that they have from their family life. Again, Athletes for Change, we're compassion, honesty, accountability, never give up, guidance, and education. That's what we're all about. But the big thing to me in Athletes for Change is that C, compassion. And once we can establish that compassion for the kids to have for themselves first, then they're able to give it to other people, and I think that's what makes them change. Having that compassion for themselves first can, then they can offer it to other people. Because one thing that I always tell them in the program that you can't change for your mom. You can't change for your sister. You can't change for your brother. You have to change for yourself first, and then you're able to reach in and help them. But it's all about you once you come into this program, man, because we're changing lives, man, but we're developing and we redirecting youth that are lost and they're troubled and have gone through rough times.
Wow. How are you guys doing with the whole country, the whole world is in a stay-home command during the COVID-19 or coronavirus outbreak? How you guys handling that?
Well, our contract says that we have to have 8 group therapy sessions a month and 4 individual therapy sessions a month, along with 1 family session a month. So we're doing all our therapy via Zoom, and phone calls right now. We don't allow anyone to come on the property, and then we don't allow any kids to come off. So the only people that are in and out are our staff, and with that, our staff takes their temperature, when they come in. So it's we try to keep it safe. I mean, we know that this environment for the kids is it gets restless. You have growing boys, man, but the way our program is set up, man, we'll allow them, to play, competitive football and competitive basketball every single day. So, that burns off a lot of the, steam and a lot of the, the unrest. Knowing that, we usually, we do movies, we go Six Flags, basketball games, football games, baseball games. But, now, with COVID, it's, we're more confined. And, with confinement comes tension. So what we try to do is let them burn that tension off. So we kind of increase our rec time to help them get that, out their system. And once they come in and are ready for therapy, they're a little more calm.
Okay. The age group of your kids, I guess, from 11 up to 18 or 17?
No, we're 13 to 17.
13 to 17.
13 to 17. We get what they call the hard kids. At 13 years old up until 17 years old is most times the kids got they have their minds made up. So, but those are the kids that, you know, we have to try to change, you know, what they're doing, change their mindset, because again, you know, after 17, you know, you become a man, and you know, in that system they treat you like a man. So, you know, what we try to do is we try to grab those kids that, you know, that are 7th grade, you know, and get them, you know, to change the way they, you know, they see life, and what they want out of life, and what they're, you know, what they want to do, you know, out of life. And you know, hopefully we can do that and help them, you know, make that decision once they become 17 and 18 years old to get away from the, you know, the criminal or the mentality that, you know, we have to have something right now, you know, we need this fast, so, you know, let's go out and, you know, hit a lick, what the kids always say, or commit a crime.
Right.
You know, and it's challenging because, you know, once they leave our, you know, our, what we call our safe haven, or our structured organization, our structured facility, they, you know, they have to go back into their environment. You know,
so,
and, you know,
so speaking on going back to the environment, before they leave, I'm sure while they're there, there's education where they won't get behind in the grade.
Oh yeah, we have DeSoto ISD actually holds our curriculum. They send teachers to our campus, and we have an education building, you know, on our campus. So our kids they're educated right here on campus, which is great for us because again, the kids, they can't get drugs from our campus. So and we know the challenges that are, you know, with our high school and middle school kids now are pretty tough. You know, and most of the kids who are in our program have been removed from those schools. You know, so with that being said, I mean, if we put them back in that same environment, even, you know, through our program, it's really, you know, it's really not helping. So, you know, we've partnered with DeSoto ISD, and our kids are, you know, they get a valid education, an ISD education. Their grades are easily transferable. They have credits, and, you know, with that being said, they're able to participate, you know, in DeSoto sports and curriculum. So we've had guys who play football for DeSoto High School. I've had a couple of kids that run track. So it's, you know, we try to make it, you know, close to what they call normacy as we can, and even though they're in a structured program and they live there and they go to school there every day. So, you know, we're a 24-hour, you know, non-sleep organization.
Okay, great. Couple more questions before we let you go. How did y'all handle other talent, young men that you may think or you may see they have potential to be a lawyer, doctor, music artist? Do y'all pull that kid aside and see what they want to do and try to lead them in that direction? If they're doing well in school, you give them opportunity to showcase their talent?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, if we have a kid, you know, who aspires to be, you know, those things, lawyers and artists and other things, we encourage it. You know, we encourage it through, you know, we've had visitors from other organizations who have ties with some producers, some music people. But I think, you know, for us, you know, it's more of a stability thing. You know, first, you know, unfortunately, these kids are what we call specialized kids. So, you know, we get some of the most aggressive kids in the state of Texas. So, you know, our job is first, let's get you, you know, stable, and then, you know, let's work on your goals. And let's work on those short-term goals first, because those short-term goals are goals like now, since they've been out of school so much, the truancy is so high with every single kid that comes to our program. Okay, short-term, okay, let's get our education. You know, let's start now. Let's work on getting you to the next grade. Let's work on making you more consistent in school, making you, allowing you to pass these STAR tests and some of these exams that are given to you, in the school system, to where you can move on and think about, that next step. But the long term is, if I want to be a lawyer, of course, you have to go to college, so, you have to graduate high school. So we have to, unfortunately, when you're dealing with kids with, these emotional and behavior issues, the shorter the goals that they can really achieve, the better off they're going to be, as they move forward. You see what I'm saying? So it's the short-term goals are really the more important thing. The more important thing is okay, let's focus on education, because when they leave our facility, they're only there from 6 months to 12 months. Our CPS kids can stay with us from 13 to 18, but, normally they don't stay that long. But most kids, I say on average, do anywhere from 7 to 10 months with us.
Oh,
so
okay.
within those 7 or 10 months, we want to get them back to the education piece, so they can receive their diploma, so they can move forward and thinking about other things that they want to do in their life. Through therapy, a lot of other personal things that they have to work on also. So a lot of this stuff is short-term goals. We work around what we call in the industry a service plan. So this service plan is really directed for each individual kid, what they need to work on. The service plan, because our organization has a football background, our service plan, we just call it a playbook. So in their playbook, our playbook is designed for them personally. These are what you need to work on personally to better yourself, to get you to the level you need to be as far as education, to get you back home, to get you back into foster care, so you could be, fostered or adopted. We've had several kids on Wednesday's Child in Dallas, on Channel 8, that's been adopted. So, there's some success there, but, it's hard work. There's a lot of troubled kids that are out there. And there's a lot of work still need to be done.
Okay, my last question before we let you promote whatever you want to share. If a single parent or a mother and father have problem with their kid without being in the legal system or have not been sent to jail, can they call you, contact you guys and see if they're eligible? Because sometimes there's both parents, and most of the time single parents have problems with the kid or their children, and they don't know where to go for help. Are you guys available for parents to contact you guys, even though they have not been legal? Okay.
Oh yeah. Like I said earlier, like I mentioned earlier, that there are people or parents who've actually brought their kids to me, here in our program, and I've talked to the kids, and then I've allowed other kids to talk to their kids that are in the program. It's almost a little scared straight thing, but it's more like you don't want to be here, man, especially if you have a mother and father that care about you and want you, want the best for you. This is not the place for you, man. This is where you're going to end up if you keep acting, like you're acting. And I'm open arms to that all the time, because I've done it. I don't know how many times since we've been open the past 8 years. I've spoke to so many so many different kids and so many different parents, outside of the kids that we get, from CPS and the juvenile counties. My door is open to any parent who has a problem with their kids and they need to at least talk to somebody or have some assistance. www.athletesforchange.org is our website, and they can always, leave us a message on that website. Actually, my personal phone number is on that website. It's not the office number. It's actually my personal number. So, if they need to reach out about a troubled youth, I'll be more than happy to try to direct them to some programs that may be able to help that take, like take insurance, that may, if a kid has a drug problem, a lot of times their insurance will, some of the people like the Promise House and some of the other places here that are in Dallas in town will seek help for that kid, and they will be able to take that kid over if there is room available.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. I'm glad we finally got you here on Uheardme First Radio Talk Show, and just like I tell all my guests, this is your home. Anytime you need support. This is my third season, and if I'm not mistaken, I want to say you're probably episode 121. Okay, so
wow.
Finally got to.
I feel a little better because I was the 132nd pick in the draft, so I feel okay being 121. I feel all right being 121 right now.
Oh my goodness!
Right being 121. I'm not that. Hey, I don't feel that bad.
Well, also, you got a lot of fans that keep up with you in Philadelphia. I go to Philadelphia quite a bit. I got kinfolk live there, but when they saw me posted that you were coming, oh wow, let me know. So I'm like, that's okay. So we'll see if they continue to follow you, even though you from Dallas and you played in the NFL in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So
well, they in Philly, they should be all right, man, because I'm not a Cowboy fan still. I'm still so that man killed the radio show. That man killed the talk show right there. But I know you're a big Cowboy fan. So
yes, I am. But I gotta still. Yes, I am. But I still gotta love you because you're my brother, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, still gotta love
all about that bond. All about that bond, baby.
So once everything open up, keep me posted. If you guys are doing another event, I'll be more than happy to support it, host it, whatever. I know we're in the pandemic and we're on lockdown, stay home command. But once everything open up and you guys doing something, keep me posted. This, like I said, this is your home. You heard me First Radio Talk Show. Yes, we got you.
Yeah, man. Like I said, thanks for having me. It's started a little choppy from the start, but hopefully I got some things out there where again people can, if they have a troubled youth, and there's a lot of organizations out there that they can reach out to, and some of those organizations are on our website. But if they they do need help and they need someone just to talk to, my door is open. My phone number again is online, so we'll be more than happy to help.
But all right, you take care, and you just right down the road. Once everything open up, I'll pay a visit. You know what? Lunch on me next time. Next time I see you, I'll call Uber Eats and deliver.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. Because I believe the last time I paid, man, and you kind of ate a little bit too much. So, yeah. Lunch on you this time.
It's on me next time, man. Yeah, it's on me next time. I'm sorry, what did we eat? Man. What would we eat? Was some chicken?
We had barbecue. We had barbecue over there at Bear Creek Barbecue over there.
Okay, sure it was. Okay, it was. It was. Okay. But I'll tell you what, lunch on me next time, not next time, but when everything's open up, lunch on me when I see you.
Okay, my man.
All right. Take care, Nuke.
All
Ladies
right.
and gentlemen,
All right,
one more
here.
time for the one and only CEO of Athletes for Change, Dennis DeVaughn. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick music break. When we come back, we're going to do You Heard Me First Update News right with the one and only Robin Lynnes. Don't y'all go away too far, you heard me?
It's all the way.
It's the boy comedian Edwin Douglas, and you're on Uheardme First Radio Talk Show. It's all the way live. Dun, dun, dun. It's all the way live. Yeah, 1978. I was in the 8th grade, and Uncle Ben. You enjoyed my frat brother, Dennis DeVaughn. Uncle Ben. Great information, Uncle Ben. All right, you know what time it is. Can I get my drum roll, please? It is time for Uheardme Update News. Uheardme First Update News. And we're going to do this a little different. And ladies and gentlemen, our bottom of the hour correspondent, reporter, the one and only robinlynnes-productions. How you doing?
I'm doing swell. How are you?
I'm doing well, swole, good, feel good. I got to say this. First, I was embarrassed, but it's funny now before we get into the update news.
Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do not make the mistake I made earlier this week. I was doing a conference call with Robin. You know, we have a conference call once a week over some of the things. And you get a certain age, you just can't eat anything. When you do eat, be careful what you eat, and then be careful what you eat the next day. Well, I had a taste. Matter of fact, it was last Saturday. I had a taste for some chili. Yes, I ate some chili. Ate mixed up with some chips, hot sauce, lettuce, tomatoes. Boy, I funked that bad boy. I mean, it was off the chain, and it was good.
And then?
So the next morning, I woke up feeling good, but I had a taste for a bowl of cereal. Matter of fact, when I eat a bowl of cereal, I eat a big bowl.
A big bowl.
And I got to have,
bowl.
Yeah, well, not that big, but, you know. And then when I eat a bowl of cereal, I have to eat 2 bowls. So, make the long
Just get the
story.
mixing bowl.
Well, no, check me out. So, a few hours later, okay, I ate the chili Saturday, ate the cereal Sunday. And I was talking to Robin. We were going over business, having a little conference call. And these are my exact words. I said, oh, shit. And Robin was so concerned. What's wrong? I said, you ain't going to believe this. I try to lean over to the left. And come on, y'all. Don't make it seem like I'm the only one do this. You know how you lean over to the left? You know how you lean to the left? And your expectation that air going to come out the bottom? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that day, it wasn't air. It was water. Air turning to water. I said, oh, shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to tell that. But anyway, and that is not update news. That was reality, okay?
And do not try this at home, people. Do not try this at home.
Oh, my. I thought I'd get that out, but yeah, I shit on myself. That's what I did, okay?
Okay, are you better? All better now?
Oh, yeah, man, I'm better, man. And how did I do that? How did I fix that problem? After I'm going to the restroom about 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, every 30 minutes, I ate a peanut butter sandwich, and it stopped it right away. Yes.
Right.
Better. Hey, you know what? That was my Drano. Okay, that was my plumbing Drano, the peanut butter sandwich. Okay. But anyway, Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben. Then you wipe real good, Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben. Oh, shut up. Anyway, what's going on? You heard me first update news. What's going on, Robin? Talk to us about. Let's start with the streaming. I Am Streaming Network TV station. Tell us about it.
Wow. Well, I Am Streaming is a streaming provider of films, movies, television, documentaries, radio stations, and podcasts. I Am Streaming is a network of streaming stations created to get your content, brand, business in distribution and syndication with monetization. Go to iamstreaming.org for more information.
Well, on the iamstreaming.org, can you tell us or name some of the TV stations when we log on iamstreaming.org?
Yes, we have 15 channels over there for you to enjoy. Cable alternative, okay? And you can watch a lot of programming from old to new and current, okay? So we've got I Am Streaming Television. We've got Homeless TV. We've got In Living Color TV, Black Truth TV, Reality TV, Soap Opera TV, Travel and Tips TV, The Money Channel. HBCU TV, Concert TV, and more, many more, and much more to come. We are creating stations on a daily rate, and we won't stop until we get 100.
Wow. Uncle Ben. Robin,
yes.
I heard you say that you are creating more channels. Do you think Uncle Ben can get a Sugar Daddy TV on iamstreaming.org? Uncle Ben.
Yes, you can, but you cannot get one with an apron and your butt cheeks out.
Uncle Ben.
That's the only
what do I need to do? Uncle Ben, what do I need to do to be qualified? Because y'all don't know, I could make a lot of money by representing sugar daddies. Uncle Ben.
Well, I tell you, you have to have a spirit of entrepreneurship. You have to understand and be able and willing to work the social media, and you have to have a product or content that you're currently working and marketing on your own, because it's a lot of legwork you're going to have to do.
Uncle Ben, don't forget I got 10 kids. At least 2 of them know about the internet and whatever needs to be done. Uncle Ben. You heard me? With the daddy.
Wow.
Let's move along. You heard me first update news. Talk about black bottom radio. Black bottom radio by Cheryl the Pearl. Black bottom radio.
Cheryl the Pearl presents. Cheryl the Pearl, the sequence presents Black Bottom Entertainment Radio. All right? And 24/7 soul, R&B, and hip hop. And she told me just this morning that we will be adding reggae. Yes.
Wow.
Reggae dancehall music to Oh, yeah. And original.
The original.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The original. Okay.
Yeah.
The original.
Yeah. Oh, and the site, radio station, and TV station are all under construction right now, but you can download the app on Google, Android, and Amazon. Just look for Black Bottom Radio, Black Bottom Entertainment Radio, Cheryl the Pearl presents. And then also the website, TV station, and radio station are all under construction, but you can still visit the website at blackbottoment.com. Leave your email, leave a comment. Let us know how we're doing, and visit the radio station while you're there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
driving time for... Go ahead.
Well, what I'm going to say, I had a question on the Black Bottom Radio. It seems like that it is blowing up because I've gone on there several times and I love it. And so people, please go over there and listen to Black Bottom Radio. Sit down with a glass of wine. Go on the patio. Black Bottom Radio will take you back and open your mind and put a smile on your face. Will bring you back good times. Black Bottom Radio. Don't forget going over there.
Oh, and Sundays will be all gospel music with words of encouragement from yours truly, Minister Robin Lynn. Okay?
Is that on Black Bottom Radio too?
Yes.
Oh, right. See?
Black Bottom Entertainment. Black Bottom Entertainment Radio. Booyah!
Okay. Booyah!
Just in time for Memorial Day.
Yes. Speaking of Memorial Day, since you are a veteran, could you give us a little motivation why we should recognize Memorial Day? I mean, in your heart, from your heart and your words, your own words.
Okay, well, Memorial Day, it's officially to celebrate, to honor the men and women who died while serving in the United States military, and it occurs on Mondays. It was originally known as Decoration Day, and it originated in the years following the Civil War. Mm-hmm. And many Americans observe the Memorial Day by visiting the cemeteries and memorials and holding family gatherings. And unofficially, it marks the beginning of summer season. They don't tell us that one of the first organizers of the actual Memorial Day celebration were freed slaves. Yes. So they don't tell us that part of the memorial.
Okay.
So they want to break it down to something generic, like it marks the beginning of summer season, but it's way more significant than that. Okay, it celebrates freedom, where we were supposedly given more freedom and liberation in our Constitution and government and history, so to speak. Personally, for me, I'm just about ready to get some watermelon and call it a day.
Okay. And everybody, don't forget your boy, comedian Edwin Douglas, will be doing one stand-up comic Zooming myself under the EWA channel. We'll keep you posted. Just everybody else doing music, Zooming, going live on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. No, we're going to go EWA channel live. Oh, I got a lot of things to talk about. And just tune in or go to Uheardme Edwin Douglas Facebook page, Edwin Douglas Facebook page, and comedian Edwin Douglas Facebook page, Instagram, LinkedIn. And I promise you I will post it up as where you guys can see it. If you've been following me, I'm up 24/7, always promoting and doing some kind of marketing. Uncle Ben, anything you want to say? Uncle Ben, I want to say Happy Memorial Day to you, Mr. Douglas, and also I salute to our veteran, Robin Lynn. Maybe I bow down. Sugar Daddy, it's bow down when I come to your town. Uncle Ben.
Thank you, Uncle Ben.
Well,
thank you.
Before we go, anything you want to say for Memorial Day? Go ahead, Robin, before we go.
Just want to say, stay safe. If you're still one of those that are waiting for your what are they? That your stimulus check, they now say that they are packing them on debit cards, so you can look for your money to show up by way of a debit card, direct deposit, and still that illustrious paper check. Okay, wash your hands and stay safe. And you know what? During this time, I know everybody's starting to get a little stir crazy, but during this time when we are shut in and some of us are still stuck at home, embrace yourself and embrace your loved ones and really enjoy and appreciate one another. All right?
Thank you once again. I'm your host, comedian Edwin Douglas, right along with my DJ sidekick, Uncle Ben, on, of course, our new correspondent, reporter, and engineer and producer of You Heard Me First Radio Talk Show. Peace, and may God bless you. Happy Memorial Day to everyone and your family.
baby. You're the one, girl, yeah. You're the one. Hey, baby, can't you understand? Now, you're the one for me. You're the one. Can't you see I love you, and I'll have you eternally. You're the one. Now, when other guys are out there trying to find a 10, you're the one. You're on the one, and it's lots of fun, 'cause with you, I